See, over time, I have developed the mindset of it is not over until it's over. You keep fighting until you win. And if you strongly believe in something, don't take no for an answer. So many people will take a result that they do not agree with and just roll with it. I don't do that. I don't teach my son that, especially him, in regards to what he's going through right now. See, he's been playing summer league ball and his team has been getting their ass handed to him every single game, blown out by 20 plus points. But the mindset that I'm teaching him is this: until that final whistle blows, you keep playing no matter what. You do not get discouraged. You do not give up. You do not just lay down for the other team and let them walk over you. No, you continue to compete. And if you develop that habit now, starting right now, I guarantee you your results will be completely different than what you are used to. But we have so many people who are quitters, who are complainers, that don't do anything about it. They'll just take that result and just continue to go along in life. But then they complain about why they're not successful or why things are not happening in their favor. It's because you quit. And that's a cowardly thing to do anyway, is to quit while you're down. No. How are you supposed to tell your story to other people to help motivate them, to help inspire them, if you are so quick to just quit? Nah, we don't do that over here. We continue to fight. We continue to push. We continue to earn. We continue to do everything that's necessary so we can win at life. Do not quit. You saw that Cavaliers versus Golden State series when LeBron and Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, J.R. Smith, they were down 3-1. And what happened? LeBron said, fuck this. We are not losing like this. And what ended up happening? What was the results? The Cavs came back and ended up winning the championship. That's how life actually works when you do not give up. You continue to go out there, you continue to compete, you continue to do what you need to do to get the results that you want. But never quit, never take no for an answer, and you do not stop until that final whistle blows. Tuesday content starts right now. Good day, good people. It's AT Malone, the first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Now, the intro to this video was truly inspired by something that happened today, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened. So when I woke up this morning to do my morning PSA, I got a notification from YouTube that my channel had received a strike. Now let's rewind a little bit. So I got a warning when I released the first vlog of me and my son in San Diego, and it's because of the thumbnail. I took a picture with me and my son at the beach, and they said that it violated some child privacy or whatever it was because me and my son had our shirts off. So I received a warning there. And then I got a strike because it said that it was a child endangerment video because we were popping fireworks. Now, when they told me the actual time that the fireworks endangered my child, guess what? It wasn't even my child popping the fireworks. It was my little brother that was popping the fireworks. So check out my little brother's page, of course. I'm going to leave his, channel down below. So go over there, go subscribe to it. Like I keep telling you guys, he's a better content creator than I am. Very entertaining. He is a black cowboy, cool as hell, stand-up individual, a good role model for you Gen Zers, all right? So I could have just taken a week off, which I was going to do, but I was going to create more content and then flood my channel with videos next week. But then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I am going to appeal this because I am not the type of guy that takes things lying down. You are not going to tell me I did something and that I was in violation of anything when I didn't do anything. So I appealed it, and guess what? Your boy won. I win. And this is another thing. What I'm realizing is this: you have a lot of hate watchers, right? And I have a significantly small channel. I know that I'm just beginning, but I'm already creating people who are just watching my content to hate on it. And I know that some people who don't like me in real life that are watching my channel, and they're gonna do everything they can to try to take it down. But guess what? I am a fighter. I do not lose. I do not hold L's. I will continue to fight. I will continue to drop content. I'm going to continue to inspire individuals that need it in order for them to level up, to be more successful, to be a better person, to be more responsible, and you cannot do anything about it. I am not a quitter at all, and you should know this by now. I do not take things lying down. I do not stop until I reach whatever goal that I'm going to reach, all right? And this channel is going to blow up whether you like it or not. You can't do anything about it. It's already predestined, and guess what? Sit back, get your popcorn, and enjoy the content, because you continue to try to take it down, I'm just going to continue to go harder. All right. So yeah, man, that's what happened this morning. So you don't see the morning PSA because I didn't do it, and it did not make any sense at all due to the fact that I could not upload the video. But now that we're back, we are ready to knock out the final chapter of not the final chapter, but we are concluding chapter 10 of the Richest Man in Babylon. I know we've been on this chapter for a long period of time, but it's been some very good, important information that, you know, I needed to break down to help you guys get a better understanding of how life works and certain things that you're probably going through that was within this chapter, so you can make it out whatever situation that you're in. So, of course, this chapter is titled The Luckiest Man in Babylon. And a quick recap is that Sharru got sent to build the Grand Canal, and he's going through it. He's dealing with working in the heat from sun up to sundown, and he has no bed to sleep on. He's contracted a heat fever, and his spirit is breaking. He thought about Megiddo and his philosophy about working hard, and even though he's working hard, it did not bring him happiness and success. So he starts questioning if he would be working the rest of his life without gaining his desires or even reaching happiness or success. And I have experienced this big time, and I'm gonna tell you guys two instances. So the first instance is this: when I was living in Arizona, I was working basically every single day, even on my days off. Since I was the assistant GM, I had to check on the cafe and make sure that everybody was doing their job. And even when people didn't show up, I would have to go in and work their shift. So all I was doing was working, stacking my money, just to end up owing the IRS the same amount of money that I had saved, due to the fact that in Arizona, they have state taxes. And since I was coming from Texas, HR never updated my W-2. So all of the money that I stacked up, I had to pay the IRS. I paid them in cash. I didn't do a payment. I just went ahead and paid them off. And then the second instance is this: when I was moving back to Texas, I didn't make it 20 minutes down the road until I got into a hit and run by some illegal aliens, because I was by the border and they just took off, got out their trucks, ran off. So I was stuck back in Phoenix for like a whole nother month. It absolutely sucked. I just got done paying the IRS thousands of dollars, and now my car is wrecked. So I understand how Sharru is feeling, because you're doing everything right, but everything is still going wrong. All right. So several days later, Sharru was at his wit's end until Sasi sent for him to go back to Babylon. He dug up his wallet and off he went. As he rode, he continued to question if he's being punished or if new disappointments and miseries awaited him. They arrived at his master's house, and the first person he saw was Arad. He helped him down from his horse and hugged him. He told him that he's been looking for him everywhere and almost gave up until Swasti told him about the moneylender who took him. Arad met with him, paid for Sharru's freedom. Thanks to the philosophy Sharru gave him, he became more successful, so he was able to afford to pay to get, Sharru back and gain his freedom back. So this is the definition of a true friend. Somebody who you have inspired so much that they utilize the information or the motivation that they needed from you to continue to propel themselves to a level of success and wealth and all of these things that encompass it in order to help you out. And this is why it's so important to make sure that you pay it forward. Anybody that has helped you along the way, your responsibility is to always pay homage and pay it forward. When you have people who have helped you get to where you're at and you see them down, it is your responsibility to do whatever it takes. Use every resource that you have to bring them up, because without them, there would be no you. There would be no success. There will be no wealth. There will be no type of notoriety that you're getting in a positive way without that person, inspiring you to be better. All right. So, Sharru told him that it was Megiddo's philosophy, not his. Arad replies that he's thankful for both of them and that they are going to Damascus. And in one moment, he will be a free man. So he pulled out a clay tablet carrying his title and he broke it. This goes to show, guys, that when you are good to good people, good things can happen. I know that they have this saying that no good deed goes unpunished, right? But also we have to remember that's not every situation. That's not every scenario. Sometimes good things do happen when you do good things. Even in the Bible, it says what? Good, thy faithful servant or something like that. I don't know the complete, thing that they say in the Bible, but it's along the lines of that. It's basically saying, listen, you did the right things on earth and now you get to reap the benefits of being in heaven. So understand this. It's always important to do the right thing no matter what. All right. And even though you might not see a positive result, sooner or later, it will reveal itself. All right. So Sharru felt like the luckiest man in Babylon. Hint, hint. That's the title of this chapter. And he tells Hanan, Arad's grandson, that his willingness to work enabled him to escape from being sold to the slave gangs. And he was also impressed that his grandfather selected him to be his partner. Hanan asked Sharru, was work my grandfather's secret key to the golden shekels? And Sharru says that it was the only key he had when he met him, and he enjoyed working. So the wheels are turning in Hanan's mind right now. Hanan is starting to understand that work attracted his grandfather many things, like friends, the success it brought him, the honors that he enjoys in Damascus, as well as understanding that work isn't only fit for slaves. And this kind of reminds me of some of these, modern women out here who would rather date the C-suite executive. They want the CEO. They want that guy that's a boss, that white collar worker, but they'll overlook the guys that work in blue collar fields, the linemen, the welders, the plumbers, the guys that actually make sure that the world operates the way that it should. And it's very puzzling because those guys make the same amount of money, if not more, than those C-suite executives at some points in their life. So we gotta make sure that we understand that the guys that actually are out there right now, there's guys down the street that are working on the power lines. Those are the guys that are more important than these executive guys. All right. We don't look down on those type of individuals, those blue collar workers. They make the world go round. And without them, we wouldn't have these things that we have. All right. So Sharru replied, "Life is rich with many pleasures to enjoy. Each has a place, and I'm glad work isn't reserved for just slaves because it would deprive you from his greatest pleasure. Nothing can take the place of work." And I agree with that big time, man. So Sharru and Hanan rode up to the massive gates of Babylon. The gate guard saluted them, and they went through the gates and up to the city streets. Hanan tells Sharru that he has always hoped to be a man like his grandfather, and now that he knows everything about him, he's more determined to be like him. He feels like he never could repay him for giving him the key to success. But from this day forward, he will use the key and start humbly. He removed all the jewelry he had on, reined his horse back, and rode behind the leader of the caravan. And I like the way that this chapter ended because it shows hierarchy. See, with men, we establish hierarchy early when we're around a group of men. This is why men ask before, they really get into a deep conversation. They'll state their name and then they'll ask you, "What do you do for a living?" to establish who that person is. So we have no issue with establishing hierarchy, but we do have this, new generation of adults who want to be the leader, but they have zero experience leading anything because they haven't lived life long enough. You have to start small and then work your way up, but we live into this, FOMO type of world and this fast pacedness that we don't want to start at the bottom and wait there for a little bit. Guys, even the biggest YouTuber ever to exist, Mr. Beast, it took him 7 years in order for him to blow up. He had to start small. Some people wasn't watching his channel, and then eventually he blew the hell up, and now he can give the game to everybody else. Well, just imagine if he had the same type of, confidence that he has now being a smaller channel. He wouldn't be able to give the insight that is helping us small YouTube channels propel our channel to the next level. No, you have to start at the bottom. So many people don't want to start at the bottom, that they'll try to supersede the person that has the experience, has the knowledge, has the wealth, the success rate, but they end up looking stupid. So always make sure, man, that you humble yourself. Even I have to humble myself when I go to my cigar lounge, right? I always talk about the cigar lounge because I'm always there. I'm always hanging out. I don't go to clubs. I don't go to bars like that. Maybe every once in a blue moon, but hierarchy is always established there. Me, I'm at the, bottom of the totem pole there because these guys are older than I am. They have more lifelong experiences. They got more money. I'm gonna just be 100 with you, man. And they give me so much information because I communicate with them in a humble manner. I want the information and they just give it to me. I don't walk in there acting like I'm Mr. Badass, knowing damn well that I can't even hold a torch to these individuals because I haven't even reached the level of success they have. And that completes Chapter 10. We finally made it, man. We finally made it, and I'm glad we were able to finish it. We just got one more chapter left, and then I got to figure out what is going to be the next book that I do my breakdown on. I appreciate everybody watching. It is exactly 1:49 p.m. So it's time to edit and drop this bad boy around 7 o'clock p.m. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Feel like they tryna box me in, so I keep a small circle around me, so fuck friends. I kept it real out the gate, these other cats pretend, reigning supreme, this